Thank you. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that, man. I'm just really, really grateful and at a bit of a loss for words, and I feel a little emotional. I mean, we work so hard. Here's the thing. Thank you to the NCAC, by the way. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be here. Thank you for the award. Thank you to my publishers. Thank you to my agent. Thank you to my mama. She's not here, but I like to make sure I always thank her anyway. The truth is that I was going to come and I was going to give a talk, a brief talk about the etymology of the word censor. And I was going to do sort of like a deep dive into how there's power rooted in the word censor, and then connect that to marginalized people and do a whole thing. But the truth is that I typically use my life, and I use sort of the things that are happening in my life as framework and as filter to help me better understand my work, to help me better understand my reason for being here. And at this particular time in my life, there are other things happening. My father has been unconscious for 6 days. And here's the thing. I'm here because I'm not there. So though I'm happy to see all of you, and though I'm grateful for the award, I don't want to be here, to be honest with you, because I have a sick parent. And any of you who've ever had sick parents knows that that's a priority. But here we are. So because we're here, I feel like I should think about my father and what he's going through and figure out a way to use that in the moment to talk about what it is we're here to talk about. My father has been dealing with his second bout of cancer after 20 years in remission. And 3 weeks ago, he went into the hospital to have the cancer removed. Things went fairly successfully. But when he returned home, the doctor told him, you can eat whatever you want to eat, sort of go back into your normal life. We are all celebrating. My father decides to have, like, I don't know, like jerk chicken or something, right? Because he's my father. And gets really sick. He gets really ill. He's in a lot of pain, so much pain that he becomes delusional, and he begins to sort of see things like that kind of, a pain that most of us will never know, but that kind of pain. Anyone who's been pregnant, I'm guessing this is sort of what, I'm guessing, right? This is what it comes close to, perhaps. Maybe not exactly, but close, right? They rushed my father back to the hospital, and they had to perform surgery on him, and they realized that his intestines are sort of all over the place. They're all twisted up, and he has this blockage. And so the doctors go in, they say, okay, you have abrasions all over your intestines, and we're going to have to do all sorts of surgeries in order to make this thing work out for you, and it is dangerous, it's life-threatening. But because you have this blockage, you can't pass your food. It's holding up all of your nutrition. And because the blockage is happening shortly after the surgery, all the other organs in your body can't do their jobs to extract said nutrition and make sure that your body is getting what it needs in order to stay alive. The block is basically going to cause you far more damage than we could have imagined. And all I can think about in this moment is, that's pretty much what censorship is. If we were to think about my father's small intestine, and if we were to sort of connect it to what I would like to call in this moment, perhaps, the emotional and mental and even social intestine of the child, which is where I work, that's the space in which I work, right, with children, that the emotional and mental and social intestine of a child, what we're doing through censorship is, not us obviously, but what they're doing through censorship is they're creating a blockage. And that blockage, they think that the blockage is a necessary thing, but what they don't realize is that the blockage is causing more trouble. When what they should be doing is allowing, like the doctors told my father, go home and eat what you want, and then allowing all the other organs in his body to do their jobs and to extract the said nutrition from whatever he puts in his body. We are the other organs. Right? Our jobs are to serve as the other mechanisms in the body. the other organs in the psyche of a child to help the child who takes in whatever that child may want to take in, help them find where the nutrition is and extract said nutrition, not to create the blockage. If we allow the blockage to be created, then you get unconsciousness. You get near-death experiences. You get a man who is laid on a table with his body open and doctors doing everything they can because now he is being rearranged simply because of a blockage. They don't think it's a big deal, but it's a far bigger deal than they know. Because a blockage, 1 ounce of censorship can metastasize into death. Death of the mind, death of the spirit, death of social acceptance, death of world and well-roundedness, macro-level thinking, citizenship. This is sort of what it is we're here fighting for. This is what I will continue to fight for. This is the only way I can make sense of me being here while my father is hanging on for dear life. I'm grateful for you all. There is so much more work to be done. I will do my part. And all I ask of you in this moment is to keep my pops in your prayers and your thoughts as you all continue on with your evening. I won't be here to take photos with you. I'm going home in a second. But I'm grateful nonetheless. And for all the other people who are nominated, I love y'all too. Thank you. Have a good night.